guys, Jess here, and today I want to sit down with you all and have a serious talk. Mano a mano, mi este you. I was never really good at Spanish, but yeah, let's just ignore that. So today I actually want to have a serious conversation about stuff that has been going on in the community, mostly having to deal with a lot of negativity going on in the air and just like some things that I've been long overdue to address. And I feel like right now is the best time to do that. It's a time where like I just got my wisdom tooth taken out, but I have some notes over here, by the way, like pointers. That way I can actually like keep on topic because I have this really bad way of like getting off topic on a vlog. Like right now it's happening. But seriously, I do want to sit down and have a serious one-on-one conversation with you guys about stuff that has been going on in the community, because recently a lot of people have been upset with me over the fact that I've been ignoring new and old artists in the community when before I was able to actually keep up with a lot of them. And honestly, there's a lot of negativity around the air about that subject, and I just want to get into it and talk about it. Just a heads up, this video has no monetization on it because it's a talk. I want to have this talk with you guys, and it's something that I need to talk about. There's going to be a lot of talks that I want to have in the future, which probably will be monetized because they're things that I do like on my casual time, but this is something that is serious, and I want to be able to talk with you guys about this from heart to heart. So no monetization going on this video. So first off, going back to the original subject of me not being able to support new artists and old artists in my community, you're right. I haven't had a chance to actually just sit down the way that I used to at my computer and do that. It's been very difficult for me ever since I moved. Before, I had the luxury of just sitting down, being able to have my life stable, and then like going on my computer and being able to do things not only for me, but for my community, for my artists. I would love to do that kind of stuff. But ever since I moved, my entire life reset, my kids' life reset, and it's just been insane the amount of work that I've had to do. Granted, it's really hard to show you guys exactly what I do, and I'm gonna try to make a better effort to actually show you guys what kind of work I do behind the scenes. And I can't police like all the art like I used to. I used to be able to find like the OP, do a Google image search, and like make sure I was liking the right thing. These days it's been very difficult for me to do that, and honestly, it sucks because as someone who has done art before, who is an artist herself, who has done commissions before, I know how that feels to have someone who's super supportive and then someone just like kind of go down a bit. But at the same time, I have a life, and if I kept doing like all of that stuff, I would go literally bananas. There are so many people that I love and I appreciate. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me in terms of art. It's just been hard to keep up with that. It's really difficult for me, and I hope you guys can understand that, but I am sorry about that. However, I do not support artists who spread negativity about the MCD community, the community in general, and me. Honestly, it's like you're allowed to have your own opinion and critique the work that I do. You are absolutely 100% allowed to do that, and you don't even have to like other people in the community. That's perfectly fine. However, just to keep perpetuating that and just pushing that on the community, it's just not healthy for anyone to surround themselves with that kind of negative vibe. I hate to use that phrase, but it's not good. You shouldn't like do that. And anyone who does that is asking for some kind of inner self-destruction. It's not healthy. And I ask you guys not to treat yourself like that at all. Please don't, because I do care about you all. Even though it's like, sometimes I have to be I guess, not a parent, but like a figure of authority sometimes where I have to say these things. Like right now, I actually have to have a serious I actually have to sit down and have a serious conversation with you guys because I want you all to hear the opinions and reasonings behind what I do. So again, I'm not going to support artists or anyone in the community that just spreads constant negativity. You can have your own criticisms of the community and not like certain people in it, perfectly fine. But don't keep perpetuating that until it like explodes. It's not healthy for anyone. That being said, yes, I have unfollowed people over the past couple of days for that exact reason of them spreading negativity in the community and just overall perpetuating it to like the point of constantly devoting everything to it. And that's not healthy in any fandom. It's never healthy. Again, criticism's perfectly fine. Absolutely. But not negativity. Also, heads up, I didn't block them for any reason because, disclosure, I actually have blocked people before. Not because they were spreading, like, criticisms on the things that I actually worked on. Like, that's perfectly fine. You can criticize the stories all you want. You can give your negative opinion on it. But the reason I blocked them was because they started talking about my real life babies. And I'm a mama. And I'm sorry, but I wasn't going to stand for people talking about my babies or bringing them into my YouTube career, because my YouTube career is about me and the people I involve in it. And my vlog, it does include my kids in it, but I'm sorry, that doesn't reflect who I am as a parent, because with my kids, I'm someone completely different. Like, there was this one fan at Michael's that actually saw me in mom mode, and I was like, oh no, this is not good. But seriously, I don't appreciate people talking about my babies, and I blocked them. That was it. Talking about my babies or anything having to do with my parenting? Sorry, I don't deal with that, and that's 100% no, and I did block them. However, I unblocked them recently because all blocking does is just spread more hate and negativity, and at the end of the day, it hurts people. So, secondly, there are people in the community who believe that I don't listen to or respect views that go against mine. And honestly, I think this has something to do with I honestly think this has something to do with the relationships and diaries and the way that the story went. Some people wanted the story to go in one direction, and I wanted to go in another. And I'm sorry for this next part if I go off on a little bit of a tangent, because it's something that I haven't talked about and I really want to address it. So, regarding the love interest in Diaries, the story didn't go exactly the way that some people thought it was going to go, and honestly, we did build up to that, and for that, I'm sorry. In all honesty, I see where the complaints are coming from, and it sucks to invest your time into a story when you think it's going one way, and then it goes another, and it just, doesn't happen the way that you think it's gonna happen. I completely understand how it feels to be let down. A lot of people wanted my character, Aphmau, to be in a relationship with Gareth or Lawrence instead of Aaron, and those people were absolutely right. In a regular story, in a regular book, in a regular movie or anime, this story would probably have had Gareth or Lawrence be the love interest that Aphmau ends up with. I apologize for not meeting the expectations for the love story in Diaries. I understand that we built up Garmau and Larmau a lot, and we didn't really do that for Aphmau and Aaron. And I understand where everyone's coming from with that. Don't get me wrong, I do. But, again, as a writer, I did end up falling in love with the character Aaron. Every writer does that with one of their characters, one of their OCs. I'm sure a lot of you guys have done that, trust me, because we always draw fan art of the characters all the time. But, again, as a writer, I fell in love with the character Aaron, and I wanted Aphmau to be with them eventually. And that's what happened, and I got carried away with it. And I do apologize for that, and I apologize for the expectations that were shot down in Diaries. I really do. And based on the story that I originally started to write for Diaries, Aphmau should have gotten with Garth or maybe even Lawrence. But again, those expectations weren't met because this is not a regular story. It's a whole new medium of story writing where the writer has to write every single day. It's a brand new medium, and it's something that not even major networks can keep up with. Major networks take months or years to produce a story. We do it every other day, and it's crazy. It really is insane. So again, I apologize if expectations for the love story in Diaries fell flat. That was my fault as a writer, and I'm sorry. However, there were a lot of reasons why I made this decision, and two of those reasons are more prevalent than the others. One is because I know that the fans will openly pair me with the VA of the character that Aphmau gets with, which really sucks because right now, Caitlin and Travis, their voice actors, Lizzie and Pat, are currently going through a lot of stuff with the fans, and it really sucks. It really does. To the point where they believe that Lizzie is cheating on her actual husband with Pat, and that is just ridiculous. First off, she's not. She's the most wonderful person I have ever met. She's amazing. I love you, Lizzie, if you're watching this, and I love your mermaid series, just know that. And Pat is awesome too, and they are great voice actors. It may seem like a stupid reason, but having all that stuff pile up over time really does affect the people involved. And I question every time bringing on new VAs for that exact reason. It's just like, I have to sit back and really think about that. And again, I'm going to be doing something on that later with like a vlog and like talking about VA stuff, so we'll be talking about that later. Every VA that I've worked with has been super awesome, and I am so sorry they have to go through this. And I'll be doing a vlog about this later on whenever I get the chance to just sit down again, and again, I'm making more time to do more vlogs. Trust me, I just hit my mic. I respect everyone's opinion of my content. Honestly, I do, be it negative or positive. Any kind of criticism, it helps me. It helps me learn, it helps me grow as a person. And I wouldn't be doing this vlog if I didn't feel strongly about this. There's not a day that goes by where I don't just sit down and look at the comments and like, how can I improve? How can I be better at what I do? How can I do it in a way that both makes me and the audience happy? And I can't satisfy everyone. That's just the thing. I'm only one person. There's a ton of YouTubers who do amazing content as well. Please understand that if I am quiet on social media, it's not because I'm trying to ignore somebody, ignore people, or give certain people attention. Honestly, I just reply to whatever I see immediately on my dash because that's all I really have time for these days. Either if I'm not on social media or doing YouTube videos, I'm actually out spending time with my kids, I'm spending time with Jason, I'm spending time just trying to be a regular person because I don't get the chance to do that anymore. Like, my life is consumed with work, with kids. I barely get a chance to sit down and do things for myself. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to focus on being normal, being a regular, like, you know, just enjoy life. And there are so many YouTubers who focus on the negativity that comes to their channel, and it drives them insane. YouTube is amazing. It is such a fun thing to do and a great way to express yourself, and all any YouTuber wants to do at the end of the day is make videos and have fun making videos and have fun with those people who enjoy watching those videos. That's all any YouTuber wants to do at the end of the day. You don't have to like the videos that I do or agree with the direction that I decide to take them in, but know that I pour my heart and soul into every video that I make. I love putting all that effort into my writing, the editing, and the concepting because I still do those things. Even though I'm still working with a bunch of people now and they're helping me with my videos, there is not one part of the video that I haven't looked at over and over to make sure that everyone is putting everything into it to make them great. Videos are my form of art. I know any artist can relate to that, because you pour your heart and soul into something for such a long time. That feeling is incredible. As someone who used to draw, someone who used to make buttons, sell polymer clay, and make cosplay for herself, and try to go into an artist alley every now and then, I know how that feels. Trust me, I know how it feels to have your work out there because YouTubers don't have the same title as artists, but we deal with the same thing. We have people uploading our videos who are taking our content and not giving us credit. There are people who are doing things that art thieves would do. And it's the same thing for us. And all we can do is just report it and nothing gets done about it. Trust me, I've been there and it sucks. Even someone who has 2 million subs can't get people who have like a few to take down the videos that I worked hard to produce. I know how that feels. Honestly, my videos, they aren't always perfect. I deal with the same struggles that you guys do. I make mistakes. I learn how to get better. And that's what I do. I'm a person. I'm someone who has feelings. Just like the VAs, just like every other YouTuber. At the end of the day, all we want to do is do what we love and love creating. And again, I'm sorry if I haven't been there for you guys. I know that we have a lot in common and it's just a lot more difficult than it looks. Honestly, videos do take a long time, and maybe someday I'd be able to do a video about the processes when I have time to actually make a video about the video that we're doing processes on. I know a lot of you guys look up to me, and I will strive to be better in the future. And I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this. Thank you so much.